Hello and welcome to Minimal Painting. Today I'm going to be painting August Model of the Month, a Scout Trooper from the Scout Trooper Kill Team. Sorry that I don't have the footage of the assembly because I had to make it in the shop. I've decided to paint this guy as a salamander, so I'm starting off with wire flesh for the green armour. Next, I'm moving on to Warpstone Glow, but only placing in up-facing areas or places that I think will catch the light, because this gives an illusion that there's light shining down from above. After watering it down, I glazed Warpstone Glow over the transitions to try and make them smoother and more natural. Now I'm repeating these steps with Moot Green, but adding them in smaller areas. This is a technique called volumetric highlighting, which adds highlights to the insides of the panels rather than just edge highlighting, which you might see on an heavy metal paint job. Here you can see the final product of the green armour. Next, I'm going to work on the brown cloth. This is the layer under the armour on the legs and arms. I'm starting with a Rhinox hide base coat and then picking up the raised areas with AK Interactive Dark Rust. Then another layer, this time medium rust, glazing around the edges to keep them smooth. And that's the cloth finished. The next thing to paint is the belt and pouches around his waist. For these, I'm going to start off with a Hull Red base coat. Then a 50-50 of Hull Red and Orange Brown to add some highlights and texture. And finally a highlight of pure Orange Brown. And here's what he looks like so far. Now I'm moving on to the black pauldrons, which I mix black and Citadel's Macragge blue into 4 different ratios to create a gradient. Using blues rather than greys makes the black a cooler colour which contrasts well with the warm browns and green. And finally an edge highlight of Hoeth blue and some micro scratches, which I'm not sure that you can see on camera. Now for the silver, in which I use AK Interactive's non-metal metal silver set, which includes anthracite blue, graphite, ocean blue, silver grey and white. Now that the silver's done, I'm going to move to the skin. I'm adding progressively lighter warm greys, focusing on the front of his face. And I'm doing the same for the hair, but going the whole way up to white. Now that all the painting's done, I'm moving on to the decals, where I add my transfer into some Airfix Decalfix and let it soak until it slides around on the paper. While it's soaking, I paint a bit of Decalfix on where I want to apply my transfer. Here you can see how it's sliding. This is what it looks like when it's ready to be applied. Now I pick up the piece of paper with some tweezers and pull out the piece of paper with a knife while holding the decal in place. Then after arranging it into position, I press it flat with a damp paper towel to remove all air bubbles. I apply 2 decals to this figure, 1 on each shoulder pad. For the base, I cover it with mordant earth in some places and add astrogranite to the rest of it. This creates a desert texture. After that has dried, I add a base coat of Kislev flesh and a wash of Seraphim sepia. Then I add a really watered down Trollslayer orange. This gives some colour difference and doesn't make it all too uniform. Then I'm adding a dry brush of first a cream, then a very light yellow that's nearly white, in this case ice yellow. And now that that's done, this means the base is finished. For securing the figure onto the base, I add a drop of superglue to each foot and then press and hold it down. Finally, I paint the base room black, and once this is done, he is completed. This is my first proper video, so I know it isn't brilliant. Please like, subscribe and drop a comment down below, because that really helps me keep making videos like this. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.